Ghosties. Joe Dove here. Very excited to hop into two new fantastic episodes of Ghosts. For those of you that are new to the channel, we appreciate you clicking on the link to talk ghosts with us. Again, I'm Joe Dove, and I'm always joined by
B Money, baby.
B Money Baby. We are so glad you're here. Please do all those wonderful YouTube things, clicking that
Yes.
like button, clicking that subscribe button, and ring the bell so that you're alerted when our new episode
Yes.
drops.
Angels cry if you do not hit subscribe.
Exactly. I'm Joe Dove. We're diving into Ghosts season 5. We're going to do 2 episodes. We're going to do Halloween 5, and we're going to do Bring Your Daughter to Work Day.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm Bill Morgan, and we're going to have fun.
That's right. We're going to do what we did last time, and we're going to dive into 2 episodes at once. It worked pretty okay, I think, last time. And I think we can bring that magic back here again.
Yes.
Magical
experience.
Yes. So we're gonna hop into the synopsis of both and then hop into first glance.
All right.
So the first episode that we're looking at is Halloween 5, The Mummy. Sam and Jay's Halloween gets scary after they unintentionally free a mummy ghost. All right. And then the next episode, Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Trevor finds a way to spend more time with his newly discovered daughter, Abby, by getting her job at Jay's restaurant. Dun, dun, dun.
And hilarity and confusion ensues.
Indeed. Well, let's hop into first glance. So we're going to dive into the first episode, and that is Halloween 5, The Mummy. Now, you had caught something that blew my mind, a throwaway line in one of the earlier Halloween episodes that referenced the mummy that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, what? And I thought that was incredible because the thing about the show is they have these throwaway lines like Pete with the donut holes that became a big thing later on when Carol shows up. And now here we are again with the mummy. Hetty had that mummy there the whole time.
Yeah, you have to really pay attention to not only the dialogue, what's going on in the background, because these actors are so good. They're always doing some sort of stage business that may not have anything to do with the scene, but it's interesting, you know? Like in one episode, I think it was the pilot, where Trevor was standing next to Pete, and he just, at the end of the scene, just flicked the arrow. And that wasn't in the script. And then there was one scene where Trevor was out of the camera shot, and then Hetty talks about having her, gorgeous ankles, and then you see Trevor coming back into the shot and looking down. And I asked Asher about that, and he said, "Nope, I did it right in the moment." Wow. So you have to really watch these actors because they're always interesting.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I watch them all the time, so that helps me remember things.
Yeah, exactly. This is therapeutic. This is Star Trek. This is becoming my new Star Trek, by the way.
Mine too. It's very relaxing at night.
Yeah, very much so. Especially with all the stresses that I have going on in my life. I think it helps a lot. Even though a lot of it has to do with death, but they kind of like approach it in a comical way, rather. That makes it kind of easier to understand and accept.
It's funny. A friend of mine, she's a psychic medium. And I don't know if you believe that or not, but I kept telling her, you need to watch Ghosts. And she says, I know it's probably good, but it's like work. I thought that was an interesting point of view.
Yeah. So we'll now go into the
think of it.
No. The quick first glance of Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Trevor gets like stalker-ish for poor Sam and notes that his daughter has lost her job and a boyfriend. So basically pushes Sam and Jay to hire her. Very little Jay in this episode, by the way.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, very little Jay. It was more about the cooks in the back. And basically in this guy we get Trevor's plot to hire his daughter so he can spend more time with her, which is kind of sweet. And they even say that, but it goes horribly awry.
As
And
it usually does.
yeah, and the B plot on this one is epic.
I like the B plot better.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Because you know what? It's again another thing that I had forgotten about was they had that whole
Oh, the election.
yeah, I forgot about that.
It was like the second episode, I think, or third episode, one of the two.
So that's all the way back to the first season?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's deep cuts again. I love that they're deep cutting their own show. It's like, hey, remember this thing that happened years ago?
They've said that the fans are pretty ferocious, not ferocious. What's the right word? We are very into all the details, like I was saying earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know if they go there, most of the audience will probably ring a bell.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right, now let's get into the thick of it. All right, so we're gonna go back to the first episode, Halloween 5: The Mummy. So it starts out really cool back in ancient Egypt as they are unveiling the tombs of two mummies, two priests, I believe.
Did you
And
see Asher's Insta story about the behind the scenes of that set they built for Egypt?
No.
It was pretty cool. It was just in the corner of the stage, and he was like going on how impressive their production team is, and it showed how they made it, and it was really cool because you would not have thought it was inside the studio because the lighting was so good. You thought it was outside, and I just found it interesting how they could turn that around so quickly and just make it look so authentic. But
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah, they're very good at that too. What is the what is the thing that bugs you the most about ancient Egypt stories? Because I feel like they've done a lot less of them recently, and this is the first one I've seen in some time.
Yeah, mostly UFOs out there now.
Yeah, everything is about because apparently there's a spaceship on its way to take us over.
Yeah,
so get ready for that.
Yeah. You know, growing up, I thought the Bermuda Triangle and quicksand were going to be much bigger of a problem than they turned out to be based on TV shows from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah. I also find it interesting that the typical American thing is to pillage other cultures, and robber baron thing is that I have one of these prestigious Fabergé eggs that were made by the czars that are all dead. So here we are doing basically the same thing but on a budget because she couldn't get like any of the famous mummies. She's got these two. There's one random one. She's like, and they're like, why couldn't you just pay for the both of them? And she was like, we didn't have the money. We just have to get the one.
It would just look too, boasting.
Yeah, too boasting.
And then Nancy says, "What, you had a pearl toilet?"
Yeah, exactly. I loved I have the IMDb page up because I loved Rebecca Wasaki's.
Yeah. She's so
Marge. Good. Oh, my name's Marge. Don't you know? That had me dying. I watched that clip.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I died in an accident at a party here.
1995.
Yeah, 1995. She did such a good job with that. I died laughing.
She's good at accents.
Yeah, she's very good at accents.
I noticed about her, just in particular, when I was rewatching the first season again, and they completely changed her hair from the first year into after that, because before it was more natural of her hair kind of flat, not a big poof with a bun in the middle. It's not the same hair she started out with. As just an aside, sorry, that just came to my head.
No, that's awesome. I think one of the funniest things that they could do with a mummy story is this, and having him wake up and it's very tropey, but it makes sense because it's specifically because there's certain specifics that happen, like Hetty ate one of his toes. which I was like,
There were
so
9 left
random.
over.
Yeah, I left you with 9. It's like,
Yeah.
why would you eat a toe? Like it was so bizarre.
And the wrapping was supposed to be help you with the insomnia or something, or the
Yeah,
toning, one of
yeah.
the two. It had health properties, the wrapping.
Hysterical.
I will say I did a little research on that episode, and it actually tied for number 4 of all the CBS shows in the ratings.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's it got on network only, the broadcast 4.7 million, whereas
Wow.
including the platform for Paramount Plus and repeat or delayed viewings went up to like 11 million.
Wow.
So yeah, it was in the top 15, I think, of all programs
Ooh,
that
good
week, the
job.
Halloween episode. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the numbers for Take Your Work yet because it's too soon.
Yeah.
Because they usually give them at least 3 days to watch the show, either recorded on your DVR or going into Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
They used to be really big into the ratings.
Yeah. I noticed. What bugged me about this episode is the Scooby-Doo like antics that happened later on with the mummy.
Oh yeah, I kind of like
Yeah.
that.
You like that?
It was different. It was a little different.
A
And
little
mummies
bit
are
of a-
ridiculous in the first place. They're horrible villains. I mean, they
Yeah, they are.
barely
Just
walk.
slow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
so you got to go
slow.
with that. I thought. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
I found it a little different tone than the other Halloween, so I kind of liked it. Just for
Okay.
something different.
Hey man, that's
Yeah.
why
I
we're
like
goers.
Scooby-Doo.
We yeah. I mean, I appreciate Scooby-Doo, but
Whoa,
not on
whoa.
not on my ghost show. It's like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, if you are listening to us for the first time and you're enjoying what you hear, please go on over, don't you know, and use this QR code and subscribe to our Instagram so you can be updated when we are doing stuff. And might have some videos that'll pop up that are specifically for Instagram that you might be missing.
If you watch the videos, you'll see how good looking we are, not just how well we sound.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You get up close and personal videos from us. So make sure you do that. Yeah, so it wraps up pretty well. They basically have Pete go back with the mummy and return him to Egypt, and everything kind of solved pretty well.
The first did you get in the very first segment before the credit roll went on, or for the title card, with Jay and that squash? Because Alberta was certain he was going to have sex with that squash.
Mm-hmm.
There's for some reason, there's this thing where some guys like to have sex with pumpkins.
Right. Not any of us.
No. Like American Pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was okay. But I thought it was kind of cool how they wrapped it up, and of course the issue that came about that caused the Scooby-Doo antics was once Hetty started to talk regularly, and Nancy kind of spilled the beans on Hetty being not Marge and being Hetty.
She went in on it at the beginning.
Right. And because the mummy had found the painting.
And she wanted to come up and have sex with that new ghost, the mummy.
Right.
In his his corporeal form, not the mummy form.
Right. So that was the big foil on that one.
Tap that.
Yeah.
I love Nancy.
Nancy's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's great to see Nancy utilized a lot. She was even in this last episode.
It's going to happen more and more.
Yeah, we're building up something.
Yeah, when I was tweeting with Joe Port, I told him how popular she was, and that's when I told you that I ask if we're going to get a backstory. And he said, "Yes, we're working on it right now, or we're talking about it." He said. So I think they realize how popular Nancy is, so they're kind of working her in as much as they can without diminishing the main 8 too much.
Right. That'd be really cool if she you know how the UK ghosts we got, which one brought the cholera in?
Yes.
The plague, actually. Yeah. That would be kind of cool if Nancy was the one that brings the cholera.
It was Stuart. In. They already said.
It was already said?
Nancy, when Stuart, they were down in the basement, I forget which episode it was, and he said something stupid, and she looked at him, "Stuart, you gave me cholera."
Well, I mean, that could be a throw to like push the blame because Nancy does lie. So
Oh, good point. Yeah.
so maybe the true that's what we get is the true origin of it is she's
Maybe.
actually the one that brought her the cholera in,
Yeah.
and
I
she just
like the way
blames
the
Stewart.
UK version did that. I thought it was good.
Yeah, he came in. Oh, I got to meet the king. Like the way they played that was really funny.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch that episode. It's available on our other pod and our earlier episodes. But um, the the kind of wrap up here of Pete going to Egypt and making sure that they were reunited and everything went smooth, and then he comes back and explains everything. I thought it was kind of nice. It was a good
Yeah.
bow ending, and that's what I
And
really
it
appreciate
was
about it.
sweet, they
Yeah,
romantic to get back together. Yeah. I wish they would have kind of shown that, but way out of budget for doing that.
probably, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
there
I
was a
mean,
couple. No, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there was a couple throwaway lines that I liked that
Mhm.
we hadn't talked about. I liked when poor not Isaac, poor Nigel, the sad sack right now, wanting Chris to be brought back in a seance, but when he when Isaac admitted that he did lie about it, he said, "Yeah, he didn't get sucked off; he got blown." And there was
Yeah,
a pause, and Isaac was like, by the wind.
yeah. They
And
did such a great job with
double entendres.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes they do them like triple, but
Then
we didn't get a return of the stripper.
I think he's coming though.
You think he's coming back?
Oh yeah, they like to bring people back. So, and he has to come back at some point, I think.
Because he's gonna land.
Yeah, and at the very end of the episode, I liked how Trevor was getting turned on by Eddie's accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Do more. And she's like, "You like that?" And he's like,
A lot of
I
fun.
think Asher's an underrated actor.
I agree. Well, let's hop on.
Acting.
Yeah, you were telling me that over the summer. I found that to be very interesting. I loved the back and forth of Sam and Hetty trying to avoid telling the mummy that they were Woodstones, and like even she got called out too. I just thought
I like that too. Yeah. And poor Jay, he never knows what to say.
Yeah, and Jay kind of messed it up too, because he's the one that told them about. Oh, so they know that you're great grand aunt. It was like, well, now they do. Thanks, Jay. You really need to tell me these things in advance,
Yeah. That crazy app that they had that just automatically translated.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Well, I mean, Google does that if you use Google Translate. Oh, I don't know if it does. I'm sure it does.
I know you could do other languages, which is really cool.
Right, but I'm wondering if it does hieroglyphics. Probably.
I'm sure there's an app for that because he was paying $20 a month for it, not using it.
Yeah, exactly.
According to Alberta.
One of the funny things about the next episode is the B plot that's going on, and that is the bring your daughter to work day. The B plot there is the voting system that the ghosts have to kind of lead the ghosts and them basically
with Sam.
Yeah, the lead to communicate with Sam. Yeah. And basically this one we've got no interest in anybody doing it, and then Isaac decides, you know what? I could do it because for sure I could beat Stewart.
Yeah, he wants to win. He's never held office.
Yeah, and he was just the look on his face, like I knew he was going to do something because the camera pans to Isaac and he has this like plotting look, like he might as well just was rubbing his hands,
twirling his mustache.
Yeah, exactly. But the debate between Flower and Isaac was actually crazy because
tell him to lead up to it.
the ghost power that Flower has is she can jump into, if somebody walks through her, they get high.
Yes.
But if somebody high walks through her, they take away her high. And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. The highest man in the world got even higher.
Yeah, and like another level high.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was so awesome. And it basically, once it took away her high, was she a lawyer or something?
She went to law school, and then her boyfriend died, and so that's why she went into the cult and the what are the other commune, because she
Right,
just
right,
she didn't want anything to do with real life anymore because of
right.
that.
So basically it sets up where Isaac is like, hey, I'm gonna run for the upstairs ghosts, and then this time we'll get it done
Band
right
together.
because we'll band together and then I can win.
No splitting.
And they won't split the upstairs vote. And then basically Flower decides to run. She's like, hey man, I didn't do all this hippie protesting stuff for nothing.
Right.
And Isaac's like, all right, fine then. I tell you what, we'll have a debate and we'll settle it that way. And because she walked through the high guy and took away all the high from her, she becomes brilliant and smites. You talk about patience, smiting. She smited Isaac.
Oh, she knocked him down and stomped on him.
Yeah. So
in her own lovable way. It's like when she figured out the plots that Hetty and Trevor had on her about getting her out of the room. And there's another one that she got to the heart of it too. She's not as dumb. I think she plays it a lot too.
Right. Well, here's just a little bit of Flower's like smiting of Isaac. We'll play this.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. Democracy works best when all participate. White male landowners and others. Okay, that felt like an applause line, but no matter. Now, Flower, which style of debate would you like to engage in? A debate is a sort of formalized exchange of ideas.
Thank you, Isaac. I'm equally comfortable in Lincoln Douglas, British parliamentary, or Oxford style. You can choose.
No, she's speaking gibberish. We need to stop this.
Okay, now it's time for our first question.
Yes, I have one. Who are you and what in the hell have you done with Flower?
I maintain that all of us have within us the ability.
I love her just basically rallying the regular ghosts to her cause. She's like, we'll have Trevor activate the scratch and sniff, and then we can have sense all the time. And I was like, oh, wow. And then like she gets into the science of it, and it was like, holy crap. And then Isaac goes, this is flip flabbery. It's just a perfect. Just a perfect. I was more interested in the B plot in this one, for sure.
I didn't really care much for the
A plot. Didn't care much for the daughter. The daughter obviously came back, and one of the chefs is using Trevor's own moves on his daughter, and he hates it.
Yeah.
And it really bothered him. And I thought that was kind of like, oh, well, reap what you sow. But
I loved that Nancy was sexually harassing Trevor, smacked his ass, and then tried, you want to kiss? You want to kiss? And he's getting all, turn her back on him.
Right. So this one was really interesting, the way they handled everything.
I didn't like how they wrote Abby, the daughter, Trevor's daughter, because I just found the character very unpleasant. I know Sam overstepped via Trevor, but but I just felt she was too harsh. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I felt like the character is kind of like standoffish. She's too abrasive.
Yeah, so she was in the first episode she was in as well, when Sam was trying to be nice to her about, girl talk, and she was real snotty.
Yeah, I got that from this too.
Do you think she looks like her sister very much? I don't.
No, I don't think so. Nothing at all.
Well, maybe without the wig.
Yeah. Odessa, yeah, she's the attic ghost, right?
Pardon me?
Odessa.
Yes. Odessa, that's the actress's name,
yeah.
We're talking about walking through in this episode. I realized there's only one ghost of the main 8 who's never been walked through.
Saps.
Nope. He got walked through twice in the pilot.
Hetty.
Yes, she's the only one that's never been walked through.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
And I've watched every episode at least 20 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I think it makes sense to me because she's the lady of the house, and she's very regal, and I don't know, I just think it'd be unbecoming to walk through Hetty.
Yeah. Did you know that Gideon Alden, aside from her sister being Odessa, she also has another sibling named Rocket Alden. They were in also acting Better Things in Conception 2011. It's the only thing they've done. But grandparents were also in acting. So
Really?
this is your Nepo baby.
Yeah, acting dynasty.
Acting Nepo baby dynasty. So I found that to be a little interesting tidbit to share.
People get all bent out of shape about actors having Nepo, and I'm like, any business would, if you get your child a job, you would where you worked, most of the time.
Exactly.
So, and they have to, getting them through the door is one thing, but then staying in the room's on them.
Right. And then the other thing is like the foil of the A plot kind of just really got me disinvolved in it. I'm just like, meh, you know what I mean? I was just so focused on what Flower was going to do that it kind of like led me to just kind of dive more into that one. But was there anything that you thought stood out on this one? Of the two, which was your favorite as well?
Well, I liked the Halloween episode, head and shoulders above the Bring Your Daughter to Work. It's probably not one that I'll watch again very often. What I liked it was Bela. I know she was only in 2 scenes, but she's getting all hot on Trevor, and Jay was like, either see a therapist or fire a therapist.
Yeah. My other favorite
Where's
thing
Eric? Where is Eric? Is he still building that school in India?
Oh my God. I also love it when she's like, oh yeah, Trevor. And she's like going on and on about Trevor, his daughter. And then she's like, well, how do you know so much about my dad? She's like, oh, I was there for the thing that they had for her. But it's like, she was trying to like figure out.
Yeah, it's no way out of that.
Yeah, she was like, nice. I think I forgot which one of the ghosts was like, oh, good. Nice way to figure it out. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. So, as I said, Pete came back and brought the mummy in this episode. And, we find out, how the crux of the voting went for the Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. But my question is, I've been sending you little clips of the Ghosts Australia. And you've had an epiphany. Would you share? Would you care to share?
I had an epiphany?
Yes, because you were concerned about a certain character.
Oh,
and then,
yes.
Yeah.
The 80s ghost, the girl from the 80s with the blonde hair and the ponytail, in the very first preview they gave out, she turned me off. I just thought she was too much, and I didn't find her funny, but that was only in the preview. And I was glad that in the second preview that you had sent me that she was nowhere to be found, I don't think.
Right. Well, I found it to be interesting that the captain is kind of a mix between Pete and our captain, Isaac Higgintooth.
Yeah.
But he's sinister. Like, he's the one that plotted, and he makes people do things, and it's really interesting. It's the way they've written it is quite compelling, and I really want to see it. And I hope Paramount streams the whole thing on Paramount Plus, because we've got the UK.
English. Yeah.
It's already in
German
English.
one I can see not, but since Australian's in English, I hope they do.
Yeah, because it's actually well written so far. It's almost like a murder mystery the way it's kind of written. So I'm really hoping that.
Yeah, I mean, Australia, their history is being a prison, isn't it?
Right.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how they play on that.
Yeah. So a lot of fun there. So I'm definitely hyped about the Australia. I'm definitely having a good time still talking Ghosts CBS and this latest iteration. Had a blast talking about these 2 episodes. Are we going to go back? Do we want to stick to once every 2 weeks, or are we going to go 1 for 1 again?
Either way is fine with me. It's just the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot going on with my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's.
We'll see what time brings us, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
we
we'll
can
do.
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Life
figure it out.
happens.
Life happens. Well, if you happen to love life and ghosts at the same time,
And
be sure. I really am good with these segues, if I might say so myself.
Yes. Very talented.
Yeah, don't just peer through the window. Make sure.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah, make sure you take the time and read up on all the things that are happening in the ghosts world and hang out with us on
You're
TBC.
showing the actor who played the mummy.
Mummy.
I thought he did really good. I've never heard of him before, but I was impressed with his performance there. I like it was something so different with his costume and not being on the grounds. I liked how that all came together.
I also wanted to use that because they're reading stuff, and that's why I said you read up on. So it was just like kind of weird.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah. I'm a little slow.
No, all good. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Again, it really helps us out greatly. Subscribing and
Make
sharing.
it sucked off faster if you like and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. And we appreciate you hanging out with us. If you're listening to the podcast, we'd really appreciate it if you give us a 5-star rating. If you could rate us, even if it's not 5, if you could rate us something, that would be amazing. It helps so much.
Yes.
And these algorithms, they kind of take over the universe, and it is no different in the podcast world. So be sure to do those lovely things like share, and subscribe, and rate. It goes so far, and it means so much. But this week, I'm Joe Dove, as always, and B Money, close us out.
Yes. Hope everyone has a hauntingly good weekend. Peace out.